Alrighty, it's Kong here, and today we're gonna be making some nice pork dumplings and some traditional radish cake for y'all. So stay tuned and enjoy this recipe. Alright, so first we're gonna get a pot of water up to a boil, like this. And then we're gonna pour in 1 cup or 2 of all-purpose flour in the mixing bowl. We're gonna season it with some salt. The salt is essential. And then 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, just for that pizzazz and that zing. There we go. And now we're gonna add in some of that hot water that you bought just now. About a half a cup of water will do, but you can add more if you like, just to get that nice consistency. And now we're gonna knead it around until it becomes a nice consistency, until it's pretty solid, and just make sure you keep working it. And then after that, you just wrap it up and let it rest for at least half an hour. Alright, now it's time for the filling. We've got some diced pork and a bit of minced shrimp, and now we're gonna throw in some nice minced cabbage in there, maybe 2 handfuls of some spring onions, a bit of garlic to make it nice and fresh, some nice diced shitake mushrooms, and now give it a nice mix. Seasoning, we've got a bit of rice wine vinegar, and then we're gonna just throw a bit of some sesame oil in there, like that much, and then 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and then some white pepper and some brown sugar. Look folks, we don't measure things here in Asian households, so that's how you're gonna live with it. So just add a teaspoon of some cornstarch to nice bind it together. Alright, now enjoy this montage of me rolling out dumpling dough. Radish cake time. Over here we have 1 grated radish, which will take you a long way. And then after that we're gonna put it to a wok, and then after that we're gonna put some water over it to let it simmer for a while to absorb all that water. Oh, it smells like baby. And here we have the same ingredients that we put into our dumpling stuffing. We have the Chinese sausage, we have dried shrimp, we have the spring onions, the mushrooms, and the garlic. First of all, we're gonna put the garlic into a wok just to split it down a little bit to get all that nice flavor, and then put in almost all of the rest of the ingredients. Put the Chinese sausage, the mushrooms, and all of the dried shrimp. Make sure no scrap goes to waste. Yeah, no scraps go to waste. And not to flex, but make sure you give it a nice toss every now and then to make sure everything combines together. And then now we're gonna put some seasoning. Hold on to your horses. So there's a bit of soy sauce, but not too much to make it too watery. And then we have a bit of sugar to make it more sweet. And then after that, I believe we put the white pepper in. Here we go, some white pepper. And then at the end, you just put the spring onions in, just to make sure that they don't work too much and get the green color. And after that, we're gonna strain out the radish to get rid of its water. So just so that we don't have to waste water when mixing it in. There we go. Next, in a mixing bowl, 1.5 cups of rice flour, and then there's your tablespoon of cornstarch. Now we're gonna add some salt, and then some sugar. And now we're gonna mix in the dried radish and incorporate it with our flour. Then we're gonna add the water from the strained radishes to make it a more wet texture. And then we throw in the rest of our ingredients together, and then we just mix it in to get one uniform shape. And now you're gonna pour in all of your mixture into one baking tray or baking pan or whatever you like to call it. And then we're gonna get ready for the steamer. It's gonna steam there for around 50 minutes and solidify. And now this isn't traditional, but I like to boil my dumplings first just to get the skin a bit soft before we pan fry them. But you can eat them just like that as well. And we've cut up the radish cake. There we go. And now we're gonna pan fry these radish cakes. And it's really important that you don't overcrowd them, just because they can really stick to each other and then they won't get enough browning. So after like a few seconds or so, we're gonna flip them until they're nice and brown, and they should look like this. The same things goes for the dumplings as well, though it's not as important that you space them out as much, but as long as they get a nice crispy bottom, then everyone can be happy. What do you think of my food, Lisa? Oh! And that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe, and make sure you stay tuned for more nice recipes coming up your way. See you then.